Hi, so this is small example on the interfaces for the shaders. So basically what interface for shader is pretty much the same as interface in the C Sharp. Uh, Wherever you do, you can kinda take something and then you can use it multiple times. So let's start by building template, and we're gonna use some simple texture fix template, and we're gonna call it interfaces demo. um, and we're not gonna do anything fancy here, but the idea of how to set it up properly. So we need to define an interface first, and we're gonna call it interface I guess like function and here we need to provide also something that we gonna some structure that gonna be same for every thing that uses this interface. So in this case we're gonna return float, so we're gonna do it like float function, and we're gonna take some float on the input and float on the output. So here we can also take some kind of multiplier or whatever, usually it's called alpha, and okay, so I need something. We cannot have bodies. Float function. Nope. Yep. So now what we do? We do class, and we call it something like addition add, and we're gonna implement I function, and here we're gonna do the function float function, and this can be pretty much called wherever, but it should be the same as in the interface. So here we're gonna do description for it also, so we can copy that and paste in here. And now what we want to return, and we're gonna return f0 plus f1. So nothing fancy is promised. Here we're gonna add f mal, and we're gonna return I function. We're gonna implement I function, and we're gonna do pretty much the same thing. Oopsie. So now we're gonna return and f0 multiply by f1. Alright, so some unexpected error. Okay. So now what we need to do is we need to define the kind of functions we're gonna use, and to do that we're gonna say f add f mul. So now what we need to do is we need to create the instance of that interface, and what we're gonna do is call it I function. And here we're gonna call it like function, and now we need to write this string link class equals add mul, and that's pretty much it. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna actually use this interface. So we're gonna do float f equals function yeah, we need something else. Well, wherever we call it, so function, let's call it f1, f0 for instance, and we're gonna call it here f0. So then we're gonna copy this, post it over here, and now we need to provide some values for it. So we say like 1, 2, alpha we don't use, so we can do anything. And basically here, instead of returning color, we're gonna return this function, and we need to add pixel shader 5. So we're gonna use the readback buffer buffer texture. No. I guess we can just do plain readback. No. If we had a buffer, let's do other way around. Let's do the pipette, and well, there we pretty much have it. Okay, sure, we need to call it, we need to add it somewhere also, I'm guessing, or put the 0, 0. Don't see our interface in here. Let's see what's going on. Saved. Looks okay. typos. There we go. Typo. So wherever it is, it's what it does. It does this enum for us. So basically now we have this F1 we can add. If we split it on RGB, then we can look more closely. So 1, 2, I think it should be 3, but this is because we are not in the floating point space. So what we need to do is we need to give it something like a format description. Not sure it have this direct. It has this pass annotation. Yeah. So we have to add this pass annotation also to make it floating point. String format equals rendered target format RGB. So enum to string gonna be our pass annotation. I think it's also in quotes. Okay, so now you can see we went from the linearized place to the floating point space, so now we can see this more clearly. So anyways, here I can then switch like add or multiply and so on. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna call our function f1 blah blah blah, and we're gonna do f equals f1 function f, well, let's say 3 0 interface. I function does not have function. Alright, so after we did that, you can see we have like 2 functions. So now basically we can do multiply here, multiply there, or maybe add here, multiply there, and so that's pretty much all I wanted to show. That now we can kinda chain that. So if we need, we can add something like class f div I function, and we can say let's copy that over, and here we can do something like divide 1 by second, and here we need to add div, and here we need to add div, and maybe we don't want div on the second one. So anyways, as you can see, we can call it now okay, we just extended the functionality. So and there is a semicolon missing, and it's called class like this. So as you can see, now we have div over here and we don't have div over here. Well, so basically now we can actually make this boilerplate and include. So if we wanted to do that, we can go here. Whoops. I think it's not saved anywhere, so let's save it. Save. And here we can now go over the save location and create some new text document. So let's call it I function fxh. Yes, so now we can do include I function fxh. Think it's not gonna work like that. Need to find something with includes. Include, yeah, should do like this. And why it's not? Maybe we need to add something like that. Nope. Maybe like that. Okay, perfect. So now we can just grab our boilerplate over here and we pretty much can add it over here. So now you can see we have our clean code, and we can have like multiple interfaces. So if you want to do, you can do like I function 2, or we can do something like change this from float to float 4, and then we have to change it to float 4 everywhere, but anyways, you got the idea. And it's applicable for colors and applicable for everything else. So yeah, well, maybe we want to start using our blend function now, so we can multiply by alpha over here. So yeah, many different options. Right, so thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed.